Too hard the gods are with man's fragile race. Yes, that is the nature of man. Ours is a fragile race. What are we made of? We have no stuff at all. Very brittle, fragile. Just tap it little, it cracks and breaks. In the large haven, they dwell exempt from fate. This is what I was telling you just now. Gods in the large haven, they dwell exempt from fate. In heaven, fate is not operative according to Ashwapati, according to the Indian tradition. Fate does not affect the gods. Therefore, they are immune, they are unaffected by the action of fate, which is not true in the case of the Greek gods. The Greek gods are also subject to Ananki, to fate. That is the contrast. The gods are subject to Ananki, to fate. The Indian gods are exempt from fate. Pardon me? Yeah, yeah. And they forget the wounded feet of man, his limb that faint beneath the whips of grief, his heart that hears the tread of time and death. The future's road is hid from mortal sight. Yeah, well, this is the act of grace. The future's road is hid from mortal sight. He moves towards a vague and secret face. Yes, through ignorance, he is moving to the secret place. To light one step in front is all his hope. Yes, what is going to happen tomorrow? What kind of dinner I am going to get tonight? That is all I am interested in, not beyond that. You see. To light one step in front is all his hope, and only for little strength he asks to meet the riddle of his shrouded fate. His fate is covered. He knows that, but he is not in a position to understand the full implication of that shroud which is there around his feet. Because man's is a fragile race. It's a fragile race. So little knowledge is enough for us. Let us live with that. If you have to suffer, we'll suffer slowly, slowly, slowly like that, you see. To light one step in front is all his hope, and only for a little strength he to meet the riddle of his shrouded fate, awaited by a vague and half-seen force. Aware of danger to his uncertain hours, he guards his flickering yearnings from her breath, from her breath. Fate. He feels not when the dreadful fingers close. Around him with a grasp none can elude. Now this is the condition of the fragile race of man. So you please understand what we are before you want to say anything. You understand, appreciate our plight, and then speak something wise. Otherwise, you keep shut. See? Then he says, if thou canst lose her grip, then only speak. Her fate. Fate is feminine. If thou canst lose, if you can really make it lose, then only speak. Now, this is an invitation to Narad. Mr. Narad, you have the vision of all the three times. You know what is going to happen tomorrow. We are blind creatures. We are in the grip of fate. That is our plight. But if you are in a position to loosen that grip, then only speak. Otherwise, you better not speak anything at all. Let us suffer silently in a blind way. So this is an admonition, this is kind of advice to Narad. And if thou canst lose her grip, then only speak. Later on, we will see that Narad is going to speak. He is going to tell what is going to happen, the calamitous event. In other words, when he is going to speak that, he is going to speak with the full power of unloosening, of unloosening the grip of fate. When he is going to speak, he will speak to unloosen the grip of fate. In other words, Narad is being told that we are a fragile race. We may not be able to bear the impact of your word. We are not prepared for that. But if you think that there is a possibility in us to bear the impact of that fate, then please come out and say. In other words, he is also indicating to Narad indirectly that yes, you can speak because Savitri will be in a position to absorb the impact of that foreknowledge. She will be able to absorb the impact of that foreknowledge. She will be able to do that thing. If thou canst lose her grip, then only speak. Perhaps from the iron snare there is escape. Our mind perhaps deceives us with its words and gives. In fact, the most crucial statement is here. And give the name of doom to our choice. Perhaps the blindness of our will is fate. That is the definition of Narad of Ashwapati in the context of the situation. What is fate? What is fate? Fate is the blindness of our will. There is a definition in the context here. Fate is the blindness of our will. But the crucial thing is this way: if thou canst lose her grip, then only speak. In fact, Narad is going to tighten the grip. He is going to rather tighten the grip instead of loosening it. He is going to tighten it. Tighten it in order to loosen it. He will tighten the grip in order to loosen it. First thing will be really tightening. The vice will be really pressed hard. So that in that process it will get loosened by itself. So what Narad is going to do is he is first going to tighten the grip. Perhaps the blindness of will is fate. He said, and Narad answered not the king. Well, what can the poor fellow say? Yeah, yeah. If you can loosen the grip, don't only speak. Otherwise, you keep quiet. You see, he's keeping quiet. See the art of storytelling, how the grip is being loosened. The poet, as a storyteller, is somebody who is absolutely superb here. You see, remarkable. And then comes the queen.
Yeah, but actually he is now defining now what's purpose. Why is this wise man coming here right now? He doesn't allow him to speak.
Yeah, he's not allowed to speak. He's kept
So
quiet.
actually he is.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, as a storyteller, this is something very superb. The way in which the entire tension is built up around the whole thing, you see. In the early draft of Savitri, in the mid 1920s, maybe 1927 or so, when Shivandu wrote a part of this description here, there was no queen present in the draft. It was a conversation entirely between Narad and Ashwapati. The queen was not present there. Shivandu introduced the character queen as the character later, not in the beginning, in order to develop the story. She was not there in the earlier draft. In fact, in the Mahabharata story, this character does not appear at all. queen does not appear anywhere at all. In the palace, Narad is there, Ashwapati is there, and they are exchanging ideas and thoughts or whatever it is. And Savitri is standing there, only three. Ashwapati is there, Narad is there, and Savitri is there. That's all. The queen is not there at all anywhere in the Mahabharata story. So the earlier draft in that sense more or less followed the original version of Savitri in the 20s. But later on he introduced this particular character, and then you can see the way the tension is built and how marvelous the whole story has become as a result of that. So, Panel, the blindness of her will is fate, he said, and Narad answered not the king.